Hello.
Hello.
Let me start off by saying my mental inexperience started the year after I finished second grade. I think I was 8 years old. Do you know how many years ago that was? Over 50. Boy, is that hard to believe. I continued coming to camp through elementary and junior high and some high school years. I still remember a lot of those weeks at camp. The music and songs, as Denny mentioned, the skit nights, the antics in the cabin, mealtime, singing Come and Dine at the dining hall, playing Capture the Flag, and of course the campfires. I saw God work through those weeks to challenge and change people through the staff and counselors. In high school and post-high school, there were a lot of trips up to camp for YPU volleyball tournaments, YPU short trips. After college, as we started our family and began my profession, I sort of lost track of camp until Lee Delp one day asked me to help him on the board, and that's been a long time ago. Since then, I've been fortunate enough to have worked with, I believe, just about every director since Denny mentioned Ray Limburger was the director. I've seen God work through directors Sam Lapp, Jerry Musselman, Clyde Small, Brian Smith, Richard Brewer, and now Brian Barr. God has really blessed camp with solid, godly leaders. When Matt asked me what to share or what stories to come up with, I know, what am I going to say? I wasn't quite sure what to share. And then I ran into a buddy I used to know a long time ago. And so I want to tell you a quick story. Okay? The guy I ran into, I knew him when we were young men. Not much more than boys, really. And back then, as an 18-year-old, we were into school and our sports and cars and girls, and not necessarily in that order. He was okay. I mean, looking back, I think he thought he had a lot more going for him than he really did. But the one thing that he did have was a solid devotional life. He read his Bible every day and tried to follow the Lord. Now, back when you're 18, if something doesn't happen in the next 20 minutes, it's never going to happen, right? I think a lot of us older folks can relate to that. So one night, he had a date with a really nice girl, nice Christian young lady, and he was really excited to go on this date. Well, he told me that the date went well enough, but right at the beginning of the date, as it was getting started, he could tell something was off. There was no spark, and the date was just, right? And so that really frustrated him. And so what he did that night, he came home, and he had a prayer. And he offered to pray to the Lord, a simple prayer, and he turned that all over to the Lord. And the prayer went something like this: Lord, in your timing, in your wisdom, bring someone into my life that you'd have me meet. Well, let me tell you that the Lord answered that prayer for this young guy. Because in fact, he did meet someone very special the very next day. Okay? And that young lady became his wife. And if you asked him now, he would say that he has been truly blessed. Okay, so why am I telling you all this? What does that have to do with camp? Well, let me tell you. You see, the time spent at camp, the decisions made at camp, which he still thinks about, the commitments entered into while here at camp, he still seeks to honor. Those experiences have stayed with him all these years and helped make him who he is today. God is good.